Hello everyone! The book I'm presenting on is called How to Control Your Anxiety Before It Controls You by Dr. Albert Ellis. I will do a before and after on how I deal with my anxieties by making a phone call. I have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and it severely impacts my life. In the next clip you will see me making the phone call. I hate making calls if I don't have a specific reason to. My heart rate skyrockets, my breathing increases, and my mind goes numb. Pay attention to how I stumble with my words, and I'm super awkward when talking. So the activity that we're going to be doing today that makes me really anxious is I'm going to be making a phone call. I haven't talked to this person before. I have no idea what's going to happen, and I've been holding this off for a long time to try to do it. So let's see if I can do it.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
So for school, I'm doing a thing on anxiety, and I had to make a phone call without asking somebody first. So I picked you. You're my special victim. So
Alright.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about my anxiety now. So just stay here. So usually when I make a phone call, by the way, you're being recorded so I hope that's okay.
Hello.
Alright.
But
Hi. Hello, whoever is watching.
So usually when I make a phone call, I get so anxious that I have to write down exactly what I'm going to say in a script format with options of what people could respond to. So this is making me really anxious to have to talk to somebody without doing that first. Okay, so hope you have a good night, Ben.
Alright.
That's all. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So now, I'm going to show you all the things I learned from this book. Chapter 1. Why I am convinced that you can control your anxiety before it controls you. Dr. Ellis talks about his childhood and his own crippling anxiety. He explains how he got over those anxieties. For example, he was afraid of approaching women in public, out of the fear that something horrible would happen. So, he forced himself to approach every single woman he saw and would talk to them. He found that they didn't attack him or do something horrible, but they were just humans. He created types of therapies, specifically Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, REBT, and Cognitive Behavior Therapy, CBT. Chapter 2. What is anxiety and how it often controls you? Anxiety is a good thing. It helps keep you alive and out of danger. But sometimes your anxiety is used in unhealthy ways. You can have intense panic and anxiety about almost nothing that doesn't benefit you in any way. For example, if you were irrationally scared of elevators, you might take 30 flights of stairs just to avoid it. That's a super irrational and unhealthy fear to regulate. Healthy anxiety's goal is to help with life preservation. Unhealthy anxiety is the opposite. Chapter 3. Luckily, most of your anxiety is self-created and can be uncreated. Humans have two major factors that lead them to anxiety. The first being your biology, and the second being the environmental factors in your life. You cannot control either of those very much, if at all. In terms of environment, though, you can change some parts of it, but never completely. What you can change is how you react to a situation. Chapter 4. Irrational beliefs that make you anxious. If you believe that you don't have control over a situation, it may as well end up the exact way you fear it might. Luckily, irrational thoughts can be disputed. They are the ABCs of anxiety that can help you rationalize your thoughts. A. Adversity, B. Beliefs, and C. Consequences. If you think through a situation rationally, you can have less anxiety about it going horribly wrong. Fully understanding the ABCs and using REBT will fully push you to a more anxiety-free life. Chapter 7. Using positive visualization and modeling. The method of finding a model who overcame something can help many people. If someone with anxiety sees another person successfully overcome their anxieties, it can help them feel less dread towards the subject. It helps inspire and push you to be more than your brain thinks you can be. Chapter 8. Using cost-benefit analysis to control your anxiety. You must figure out what in a situation will harm and what will help. If you feel anxious about your anxiety or panicked about your panic, you will be harming and there is no help there at all. Chapter 9. Using educational methods to control your anxiety. Learning about your mental state could help you rationalize what goes on in your head. Chapter 10. Using relaxation and cognitive distraction methods. Being in the right state of mind can really help you calm down. Practices like meditation and mindfulness help you focus and rationalize your dilemma. Chapter 12. Using problem-solving methods to control your anxiety. You must realize that avoiding your problems will not make them go away. Something to consider to help lower your anxiety using this method is that if you don't do the things you want to do, the rewards will most definitely be less extraordinary to your tastes. Chapter 13. Using unconditional self-acceptance, USA. If you accept yourself for who you are, you will have less anxiety. Many people, including myself, think that they are horrible and rotten people if they are not absolutely perfect. If you move away from hating yourself for making mistakes, you are more likely to feel less of the anxieties that come with perfectionism. Chapter 15. Using rational emotive imagery. You can use positive imagery and visualization to help convince yourself to do difficult things. If you imagine yourself succeeding, it is more likely that you will actually try the thing. Chapter 16. Using shame-attacking exercises to control your anxiety. If you force yourself into a horrific and shameful position, such as walking a cabbage or wearing funky clothes, it will help everything seem way less horrifying and will build your confidence with your anxiety. Chapter 19. Using a sense of humor to control your anxiety. Using a lighter lens in the world helps a situation not be so serious. It takes you away from the shoulds and musts in your life. Chapter 24. Using the method of fixed role-playing to control your anxiety. If you talk through your anxiety, inducing situations and practice them, you can feel more comfortable in the real world. Chapter 25. What about biology and the use of medications? Some people are born being more drawn towards anxiety. That's just how their brains work. Medication has personally helped quite a bit with my mental state. I take 40 milligrams of fluoxetine every day to help with my anxiety and depression levels. And now after I've read the book, this is how my second phone call went. So now that I've read the whole book, I want to see if I can take what I learned and have less anxiety while making a phone call. So, who are we gonna call today? I'll just cut this out. Let's see here. Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. So,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So, I finished the book, the anxiety book.
Alright.
And so I have to do an after, so I'm using you as my guinea pig again. To see if I can have less anxiety and be more normal while making a phone call, which I think I am doing. And it's less, way less awkward. Anyway, that's all I needed. Thank you very much.
Alright.
Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.